Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 8. Today I'm in the studio because it's pretty windy outside and I have a lot of wind chimes. It gets a little chaotic. So day 8, as promised, we're going to have 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use just household objects like large books. Pillows may or may not work, but the idea of the blocks is we're going to bring the floor up to us so that we can get into a little deeper stretch without having to strain to try to reach the floor. And it just gives the body a different sensation. You can also use a chair. So you could have the chair at the top of your mat and then use the seat of the chair to bring the floor higher. If you are sitting in a chair, using blocks is a great way to also bring the floor higher and create a lot of sharp lines in the body. And the reason why we sometimes want those sharp lines is to be able to really lengthen and strengthen. So even for my students that I teach in the community that are in wheelchairs or the seniors with dementia, I often bring a huge basket of blocks, and it is really cool to see how they use them to be able to touch their toes or at least come close by using the blocks. So it's a great tool to have. I use blocks probably more than any other prop in my studio. So we are going to begin just holding one of our blocks. I got Leo the cat here to help. He's awfully curious about that plant. All right, hold the block between your hands. Feet are neutral, which means we're just hanging out. Knees are lifted. Belly is tight but buoyant. Okay, so we're not constricting the breath. Hold your block softly, just with the palms, no fingers. We're going to inhale up. Okay, so this is going to keep our shoulders in alignment. Feel that? Oh, reach. And then exhale, lower. We're going to do that 3 times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Oftentimes when we don't use a block, our arms splay apart and the elbows go over the shoulders rather than stay. One more. Up we go. Beautiful. Do you feel that length? All right, here we go. We're going to go up. Hold the block soft. We're not using fingers, just palms. Reach over. Inhale back up. Exhale over. Inhale back up. Exhale, lower it. Now just slip the block between your legs just for a second. We're going to do those 2 moves again with no blocks and just be aware of where your body is in space and where your arms are. Inhale up. Mind separate just a little bit. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. Come on back and lower your hands. So the block is a great tool to teach us some alignment, which can be important. It's not the end of the world if we're a little out of alignment, but being in alignment here is a great way to practice being in alignment out in the world. So if our intention in our heart is to be peaceful today, then we have to align that intention out there. Okay. So just having that connection between practicing here, applying there is always, always so good. All right. So I'm going to turn. We're going to do a couple little half sun salutations with the blocks. So if you're in a chair, put those blocks right in front of your feet. If you are not in a chair, stand with me. Turn your palms. Here we go. Circle up. We do this every time almost. Exhale down, bend your knees. Have your hands find the blocks. Feel that? Oh, we're going to go slow. Straighten your arms, straighten your legs. Notice how, without straining to touch the floor, we get this great stretch on the back side. Bend your elbows, bend your knees. Leave the blocks there, roll up. When you get to the top, exhale, turn your palms. Let's do it again. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. Find your blocks. Take that halfway lift. Exaggerate the strengthening and lengthening of your legs. Exhale and fold. Inhale to roll. If you're in a chair, you're looking for a really long spine. Turn your palms. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Hands on the blocks. Lengthen the spine. That's the goal. Feel that from the tailbone to the crown of your head. Bend your elbows, bend your knees, and slowly rise up. We're going to take the feet wide this time. So I'm going to set my feet off the yoga mat, super wide. You can also turn. I just want to be able to show you that long spine if you're curious about what that looks like. in your own body. Your body shape probably is similar to mine by using the blocks. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale down. Find the blocks. Find the blocks. We're going to exaggerate that halfway lift. Lean forward into your toes. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. See that? Feel that? It's not much, just an inch or two. Bend your knees. Bend your elbows. Tuck your chin. Straighten everything. Legs, spine, arms. Beautiful. We're going to leave our right hand on the block. Left hand is going to reach. Okay, this would be impossible to keep straight lines for most of us if we didn't have a block. I'll just show you. See, I'm dumping. I'm not getting that straight spine. So by bringing the hands to a block or a chair, got a nice straight spine. Take a breath. Lower the left arm. Shift the weight of your body into your left hand. Circle the right arm up. Feel that length. Imagine stacking your shoulders one on top of the other. Big breath here. Exhale and lower. Find that length of a halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows. Let go of the blocks and slowly rise up. Delicious on the backside. Come on over. We're going to step our feet wide. I'm going to have one block on the inside of my right foot and one block on the inside of my left foot. Okay, we're going to adjust them a little bit, but that way they're where we need to be. If you're in a chair, just sit really, really wide-legged. We're going to turn the toes to the right toes to the right, left toes forward. So we want to create a lot of space here in the pelvis. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, and just start to feel some heat and some bending. Okay, we're going to get the legs a little bit warm this morning or this afternoon, whenever you're practicing. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, hold here. Now we've lengthened the backside, so our legs should be fairly warm. I'm going to look down at my block. It's right in front of my right foot. That's where I'm going to want it. Arms are going to tee out. We're going to come to extended side angle. Rather than putting our arm on our leg, as we do so often, we're going to put our hand on the block. So reach for it. You may need to adjust it. And then sweep the left arm to the sky. You might have to creep your legs wider as I'm doing, just to make sure that my knee's over my ankle. And then reach your left hand over. With the use of the block, we can create long lines here. Now reach your left middle finger to the right. Reach it, reach it. You should feel a long line from your left middle finger all the way down to the outer edge of your left foot. Now bring your left arm back up and just lower it to your left hip. You're going to straighten the right leg. Ooh, bend your right leg. So the floor has become our friend here. It's a little bit higher. Now take your left shoulder, roll it to the sky. We're going to do 3 more of these. Deep bends, deep straightenings. 2 more. Last one. Hold here. Left arm circles down. We did this yesterday, no block, but look what happens when we use a block. Now spin your heart up. Feel the stretch of your right leg. You should feel hamstrings all the way into your attachment to your sitting bones. Should feel delicious. Try not to drill into the right hand to find length in the spine. 1 more breath. All right, we're going to come out with grace. Bend your right knee. Lower your left arm and rise up. Oh, so good. So sometimes when we hold a posture a little bit longer, delicious. All right, right toes forward, left toes that away. Let's see how we do. Hands on the hips. Pull your right hip back. If you're tight like me, that right hip wants to dump forward. My left knee wants to track diagonally. So I got a little bit of mindfulness going on. I need to incorporate that body awareness into mindful movements. And how amazing is that to apply to life? Mindful in our words, mindful in our thoughts, mindful in our actions. 3 more. 2 more. Final one, we're going to come back up and then we're going to think. Here's where we find that block. Now, I may need to use 2 blocks, which is perfectly fine, to get there. So I've stacked 1 block the tall way, 1 block the short way. I've brought the floor really high, and that works for me. Bring your left hand to your block or blocks. Think. Right hand's just going to find your right hips. Think. Now we're going to find a little bit of bendy here. Okay. So it may be that after a couple bendies, I'll be able to lose that top block. 2 more. Okay, just bringing awareness into the body, what's happening in the body. In fact, I'm going to try sinking into just 1 block. Nope. All right, here we go. Right arm goes up. Right arm goes over. Right middle finger is where we're reaching. We should feel a huge stretch all the way down the right side. Now spin your heart up. Push into the outer edge of your right foot. Feel it. Feel it, feel it. 1 more breath. Reach. Now we're going to straighten the left leg. Bring your right hand down. Bend and straighten again. Bend and straighten. 2 more. So nice. Last one. Hold here. Right arm comes down. We did this yesterday at the park. Triangle pose. Now reach your right fingertip to the sky. Roll your heart up. Lean back. You should feel huge stretch. Left leg. Okay, so by bringing the floor higher, we can get into those sharp lines that we look for when we're practicing a more traditional non-vinyasa hatha practice, spelled H-A-T-H-A. Bend your knee. Gracefully rise on up. So nice. Step your feet together, gracefully or not. 1 block to the left, 1 block to the right. We're going to turn our right toes towards the right block, just behind it slightly, not much. You're going to have to play with this and adjust this. So if you're in a chair, the leg that we lift, I would love for you to lift your leg as well. So your block is going to be to the outside of your right foot near the chair. Here we go. Look at that block. That's going to be your drishti. Remember yesterday? Here we go. Find it. Come up onto the tippy toes of your left leg. Reach down for that block. Lift your left. Grab a hold of the block. Move it if you need to. Steady yourself onto your right leg. Use the block. It's your friend. Open your heart forward. Left arm to the sky. Lift your left leg. Half moon, because we brought the floor to us. Lift your left leg a little higher. Spin your heart a little bit more. Reach your left fingertips to the sky. Hold for 2 breaths. You can do it. Press into the block to stabilize. Bend your right knee soft. Inhale to rise. Whoa. Don't put your block by your foot. All right, here we go. Other side. Left toe turns. Okay. Drishti, we aim for it. Come up onto your right tippy toes. Find your block. Oof. Move it if you need to. Move it if you need to. Lift your right leg. Right arm to the sky. Hold here. Hold here. Spin your heart. Lift your right leg. Reach your right fingertips. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. 1 more breath. Soft bend in your left knee. Inhale to rise. Hard. My leg did not want to do that. That's okay. I'm going to show you a quick tip. If you love half moon, but you are frustrated with half moon, I'm going to show you the best trick I ever learned. Ever. I'm going to move my plant. Watch this. This wall is going to be my friend. My whole entire back is against the wall. Here I am suspended. Left leg lifts. There I am. Half moon. My cheeks on the wall. And that's a great way to train your body of where you want it to be. If you recall, when we were working balance week 1, and we were learning that this is what our brain learns if we allow that, same with half moon. Use a wall. Lean against the wall. It's a great tool for warrior 2 to make sure that you're not dumping forward. Walls are great. Maybe we'll do a whole class around the wall. All right, we're going to make our way to the floor. I want to finish with a little bit of block work on the floor. So go ahead and just gracefully come on down. Bend your knees, sit, and just pause for a second. Transition from some of those harder, more challenging, wobbly stuff to now we're grounded and stable. Life is good. Bring your hands to your blocks. We're going to rise up. Walk your knees back. And then flip your blocks so that they're the middle height. So they're not tall, they're not flat like a pancake. We're going to scooch our hips back. Keep your hands on the blocks. Your head is probably not going to reach to the ground. That's not the goal here. The goal is to find a ton of space in the arms. So go ahead and tuck your chin. It's kind of a modified child's pose. Now push the blocks away from you. Keep your fingers on there, but feel that stretch through the armpit. So nice. Now rise up, flip the blocks pancake style or flat. Hey, Leo. Bring your heart forward, lift your nose. Round your spine. So we're just bringing the floor higher. It just feels different. If you're in a chair, hands can be on the knees or the blocks, just finding some seated cat and cow. We got 2 more. 1 more. Move through it. And Leo. All right. Push the blocks forward slightly. We're going to bring our right foot through. If you're in a chair, right foot goes forward, left foot tucks under you. And now this is a challenging pose for a lot of people. So if you need a blanket under your knee, please put one there. So we're in a low crescent lunge. But I have chosen today to use blocks to bring the floor up so that I can really get that arch in my spine. So lift your heart, lift your nose. You should feel an amazing stretch through the front of the left hip. Beautiful. 1 more breath. Now, straighten your eyes forward. Keep the arms down straight, the hands on the blocks, legs as they are. Look over your right shoulder. This would be very, very challenging without blocks. Come back to nose front. Check it out. We're going to straighten the right leg. Walk the blocks back with you. If you're in a chair, straighten your right leg. Here we go. Breath in. Lean forward, aiming your nose towards that big right toe. Oh, feel the hamstring? Hard to do without the blocks. Not impossible, but hard to do. We actually get a better stretch when we leave our bum up versus coming all the way down like a bicycle that you might see sometimes. That's not really getting into my hamstring. So lifting up, pulling the right cheek back. There it is. All right, we're going to do the other side. Walk your blocks forward, bend your right knee, sweep your right foot through, step back and pause. Okay, here we go. Up we go. Left foot comes through. We're going to bend the left knee, press the hips down, draw a line with your nose and your chin up, arch your spine, feel that through the right front hip flexor. If we sit a lot or run a lot or walk a lot, it gets very, very tight. Now bring your nose to neutral. Look over your left shoulder. Feel that little spinal rotation. Come back. Here we go for that hinging half split. Straighten your left leg. Bring the blocks back. Keep your bum high. And then aim your nose towards your left toes. You should feel a dynamic stretch in your hamstring. Walk your blocks forward. Sweep the foot through. Sit and pause. We're going to finish with a supported butterfly. So I'm going to come onto my cheeks. Soles of my feet are going to come together. And because I have a very cranky body part, I don't know if I can do it. All right. Feet are going to come together. I'm going to put that block underneath my knee, and then my right knee is supported by a block. So your soles of your feet are together like pages of a book. My arms are your feet and your legs. And then the blocks support the knees. Sometimes when we don't use blocks, we can open them further. But right now we're looking for just using the block as a support. Hands come to the feet and then hinge forward slightly. Okay, so here's where a lot of this yoga work comes into our life. As we move our bodies on the yoga mat or in a chair and things show up for us, like my left leg today will not open. I have a choice right there in that moment. What do I do with it? Do I immediately feel discouraged, frustrated, sad, upset, angry, hopeless? Or do I choose acceptance for what is today? Grace that I can move my body. Gratitude for the space that I get to come and practice in. Gratitude for this opportunity just to share my passion with hundreds of people. I get to choose. Doesn't mean that this isn't frustrating, sad, disappointing, and makes me angry at times, but my work is to take the thoughts and feelings that I have about the discomfort here, recycle that discomfort into something good, and then go on with my life, right? Doing our best. All right. Bring the blocks down, legs become straight, move the flesh away from your sitting bones. We're going to have the blocks high. Leo. Sorry, he's being a naughty cat. Face up. Forearms are on the block and then hinged forward. Okay, so blocks are about knee space. Forearms are on the block, and I'm pushing my butt bone back, and I'm leading my heart towards my knees. Now, by having the blocks to bring the floor higher, I can turn my palms up, feel a little receptive for the day, shoot my butt bones down, and then my tailbone back. A lot of hamstring work today. Maybe it's good for you, maybe it's not, but it's what is. We're going to do one more. Come on up. Same thing, but we're going to go wide. So pick up your buds, move them out of the way, get to your sitting bones. The blocks come inside the legs, bringing the floor higher, forearms down, palms up, booty goes back, heart goes forward, and just breathe. Certainly you can do this without blocks, but as we do that, we have a tendency to round the spine. We're looking for those sharp lines today to really lengthen and strengthen. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. Bring your hands to your blocks, rise up. Have a beautiful day. Day 8, we've got 1 week already completed. And I'm hoping that you see that it's really easy and available for 15 to 20 minutes a day, just to be with yourself, to practice, to feel your body, to get a little bit of something to chew on for the day, and then carry it through the rest of your day. All right. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful evening whenever you're practicing this video. And I will see you tomorrow, day 9. Take care. Bye.